The Khan of Gods!
Okay, so this is the Akko 3084, not to be confused with the Akko X Ducky 3084 that I reviewed on this channel a few months ago. That version does not have Bluetooth, while this one does. Another really interesting thing to note about that version is that the keycaps are completely top blank and side printed, while this one is basically dice up PBT keycaps and the font looks really nice. Now this is not going to be a comparison video. In fact, if you want to see the review for the Akko X Ducky 3084, I'm going to have a link in the description for you to follow so that you can go check that out. Now, jumping straight into this review, the Akko 3084 is a mechanical keyboard that basically has Bluetooth support. It is not backlit or RGB or anything, but the keyboard does reserve the space for you to install your own backlighting on the PCB, so if you wanted to do that and solder on your own, you can absolutely do that. For the key switches on my unit, I went with the Cherry MX Browns because I just like the way that they feel when I type on them. As a matter of fact, almost every keyboard that I have now in my studio is some type of Browns. It's either Gateron Browns or Cherry MX Browns, weirdly enough. But I digress. Let's jump straight into the unboxing experience and show you everything you get in a box when you actually buy this keyboard. So the packaging for this device is really nice. I mean, the box looks really good and it has the word silent on the box next to Bluetooth, and we're going to discuss that a little bit more later. Opening up the box, you're going to get the keyboard itself, obviously, which I have previously removed from the box. Thank you very much. Next, you're going to get the dust cover. This is what you would use if you were leaving your keyboard idle for extended periods of time and you didn't want dust to get in between your keycaps and stuff like that. Aside that, you're going to also get a keycap puller. This is a wired keycap puller with a pink bottom for some reason. I mean, it looks really nice, but oh well, I have a bunch of this by this point. Next thing you get is some extra keycaps. Now this is in case you don't like the sky blue colorway that's included, like the extra keycaps for the sky blue colorway and the escape key. If you want everything to simply be gray and look very old school and classic, then you could use this keycaps. The only other things that you get in the box are going to be the USB cable, which is not braided, but it's very high quality, very thick, and this is definitely not a USB cable that's going to get damaged. Obviously it's a USB-C cable since this is a USB-C keyboard. And aside that, of course, you're going to get a manual, which is probably going to be completely useless to you because it's entirely Chinese and that doesn't help anyone. Now that concludes the unboxing experience. I would like to attach a quick short typing test video so that you can actually hear what this keyboard sounds like and feels like when you're typing on the Cherry MX Brown switches. Now, using this keyboard in wired mode is pretty straightforward, but of course you probably bought a Bluetooth keyboard so that you can use it in Bluetooth mode. So if you wanted to enter Bluetooth mode, all you're going to have to do is long press the function and the tab keys. So you're going to hold this down for around 10 to 15 seconds. I am not really sure how long, but once you see the light behind the tab key go off, then you're about ready to enter Bluetooth mode. The only other thing you have to do now is to choose between one of three options for the Bluetooth. So basically you can store 3 devices with the Bluetooth mode for this device, and to enter any of the 3 you simply have to single tap the function and the E, R or T button. So you just quick tap it and then you start seeing a blinking light at the top right corner of your keyboard, and that is how you know the keyboard is ready to pair. So immediately this happens, you basically just pair to your device, your computer, your phone, whatever it is you want to use this with, and like I said before, you can pair up to 3 devices, so that's a huge win. Now of course, since this is a Bluetooth keyboard, we have to talk about the battery life. This comes with an 1800 mAh battery, and I am not entirely sure how long that lasts, but I did read somewhere that you can get up to around 180 hours. I'm not sure how correct that is, but in the entire time that I've been using this keyboard, since the day I unboxed it, I charged it full once, and I have been using it for almost 2 weeks now, and I have not had to recharge it. In fact, many times I have found myself basically forgetting to switch off the Bluetooth when I leave my desk, and it basically just turns itself off or enters sleep mode essentially, and that has never really been a problem. When I do remember to turn it off and I come back to my desk and I want to turn on my Bluetooth keyboard, once I flip the switch, it basically takes like 2 seconds and it reconnects straight back to the computer. Very, very fast, and I absolutely love the ease of use of this. Now, I'm sure you can obviously already tell this is a 75% form factor keyboard with 84 keys, and it's actually a very comfortable way to have a keyboard that has almost everything without the numpad and keep this relatively compact form factor. Now, one thing that I thought was weird is the fact that the function row above the number row seemed a little bit more regressed than the actual number row. That seemed weird to me. I mean, I know there is an Akko 3068 that's basically a 68% keyboard, and it just felt like maybe they designed that and then they used this as like an afterthought. Ergonomically, that just looks a little weird to me. On the top right corner of the keyboard at the top, there is 3 light indicators. Basically, one is for the caps lock indicator, the other one is for the Bluetooth indicator, and the last one is for the charging indicator. So it basically tells you when the keyboard is plugged in and charging, and once it goes off, you know the keyboard is fully charged, so you can unplug your cable. On the back of the keyboard, you basically get 4 rubber feet, that anti-non-sleep rubber feet, I guess. And of course, you're going to get some adjustable rubber feet that you can use to raise this keyboard to make it more ergonomic, and you get 2 levels of adjustability, and those levels actually also have non-sleep rubber feet to help you prevent your keyboard sliding all over the place on your desk. Aside that, you get the on and off switch, which you basically use to turn on and off your Bluetooth. You get something that looks like a pairing mode light thing, but it doesn't actually do anything, so I'm not sure why it's there. And they actually put like a little cheap thing in the middle of the keyboard at the back, so it kind of reduces the flex of the keyboard when it's on your desk or on a flat surface. That way it doesn't have any flex in the middle. Well, it kind of still does, but not a lot. And speaking of flex, I actually took this keyboard and I tried to assault it a little bit to see how durable it was going to feel, and it barely had any flex. It's very well built. Yes, it's mostly plastic, but of course the PCB inside of this is metal and it feels great. Now, the keycaps on this keyboard are dice up PBT, and like I said before earlier in the video, they actually do give you 5 extra keycaps that you can basically use to change the colorway a little bit. So you had a little touch of sky blue and, you know, a different escape key. And I guess that's all nice and everything, but I don't know if you like these keycaps or you like the colors. They look very vintage, they look relatively nice, so they're not bad. And typing on them actually feels pretty decent. And if you're wondering why my spacebar looks weird, it's probably just because I flipped it upside down to make it a little bit more ergonomic. It's nothing special, I just think it looks and feels better typing on it when it looks like this. Now, I basically set up this keyboard with my Essential phone as a second keyboard or Bluetooth device, and I wanted to test out the device and see how much lag it actually got with the Bluetooth, because while I was typing with this, I didn't notice any lag on my computer, but I wanted to be 100% sure. So here is what it looked like when I was typing with that. I mean, there was no lag, it was pretty quick, and the moment I clicked the function and the E button again to basically switch back to my computer, the disconnect was pretty much immediate. Now, ultimately, using this keyboard has been pretty much a godsend. A Bluetooth keyboard that wakes up pretty fast, does not lag, and feels fantastic to type on, and it's also my favorite form factor for a keyboard, which is the 75% layout. It's almost the perfect keyboard. I thought the Akko X Ducky 3084 was the perfect keyboard for me. This is perfect-er, if there's any such word. Now, I know this keyboard is advertised as silent in quote, but of course it's not silent as far as the sound goes. I think by silent they basically meant the colorway of the keyboard and how vintage it looks. This is easily the first 10/10 keyboard I have ever used on my channel. I thought the Akko X Ducky 3084 was perfect. This is perfect-er, if there's any such thing. That was basically my review of the Akko 3084, a 75% keyboard that really just has my heart. The Bluetooth is a huge advantage. The fact that the Bluetooth actually works well is another huge advantage, and I absolutely recommend this keyboard. A huge thanks to the guys at Banggood.com for sending this out to me. I'm going to have links in the description for you to go check this out. I think normally the keyboard sells for around $125, but there's going to be a discount code that lets you buy this for as low as $99 right now, so you should probably just jump on that. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you subscribe to the channel so that you can get more fantastic keyboard videos and reviews like this. I will see you on another video that was shot by Kagan. Peace.
It's like I'm stuck in reverse, crashing back into you. What's the use? I wish that I could unlearn all the things you would do. Let me loose, and that old feeling that I want you here with me. I wanna push it on down, but it will not leave. It's like I'm losing my mind, turning wrong into right. Try to keep you away, but somehow, baby, you're still pulling me in, pulling me in. I'm like a moth to a flame, I should've known better, but you're pulling me in, pulling me in. There's something in those hazel eyes, there's something that I cannot fight. I try to keep you away, but somehow, baby, you're still pulling me in, pulling me in. The harder we fight, we go deeper. It's only a part, we are weaker, so what are we waiting for?